Benefits of contribution and the power of the 7 Whys tool to supersize and grow your business. Let's talk about it. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. And today our topic is the benefits of contributing to things outside of your organization, outside of your company. I'm going to share 7 of those. Then we're going to talk about a couple of people's examples of applying the 7 Why tool, which I have this fine little demonstration and graphic of how do we use the 7 Whys tool. And we'll talk about that after we talk about the benefits of contribution. Why? Because the benefits and the ability to create a competitive advantage just by participating with your community and volunteering and doing things and helping other people in your community or in your it can be your online community, it can be your actual physical community where you're located, whatever. The benefits are so powerful. Why would you not do them? I ask business owners this all the time when we're working together. I'm like, well, what are you doing in your community? What are you doing to give back? What are you doing within your organization to grow and develop your people and the culture of giving in your organization? Why? Because we put out into the world, what we put out into the world is what comes back to us, usually tenfold. So we want to make sure we're putting out positive, good things so we get those things back in our organization, just like we do in our individual life. So what are some of the benefits? There's 7 I'm going to just briefly touch on. Number 1, amplified sense of purpose. The more you interact with the people that you're here to serve, the more clearly you understand what it is you're here to do as an organization, as well as individuals. And when you understand your personal sense of purpose and how what you do matters to things outside of you, it enhances and reinforces what you're here to do and why you're doing it and how you're doing it. Secondly, it enhances our mental and our emotional health. Why? Because one of the fastest, easiest ways to get over a challenge or a problem or a heartache or an upset or a negative emotional event or depression is to get outside yourself by interacting and getting involved with and helping other people. One of the fastest ways to stop being depressed is go help other people, probably or maybe that are in a similar situation to you, because then you find out that you're helping one another. 3, stronger relationships and community bonds are inevitably formed when you're out there involved with your community and helping. 4th, personal growth and identity expansion. It helps to form our organization's identity. We all have an identity. We all have, it's just like we all have a brand, whether we create it or not, there is one. People have an impression of us, individually as well as our company. So we want to make sure that we are helping to create that identity by putting what we want people to know about us out into the world. It helps us with personal growth and organizational growth, right? If we're getting involved with the community, if we're understanding their needs more clearly, if we're helping, well, guess what? When they need our products or services, they're going to come to us because we've helped them in the past. And they know that they can count on us and they know that they can trust us. Number 5, increased confidence and self-esteem, both on an individual and organizational level, right? Number 4, cultivating a legacy. We all want to create something bigger than ourselves and leave something behind, even when we're not in our company anymore, or even if we're not running our company anymore. Part of our legacy is creating that company and how it engages the rest of the world. And then 7 is it's a catalyst for collective change. We are setting the example for other people, other companies, other organizations in our industry and outside of our industry and just in the world. Because if we're setting the example of how to make the world a better place, it encourages other people and other companies to do the same. So those are just some of the benefits, and we could go deep into each one of those, but we're not going to because I already talk too much most days as it is. So I want to talk about the 7 Why exercise, and we've gone through it before. If you've been with me any amount of time, you've probably seen me talk about and go through the 7 Why exercise. This month, we're going through it with respect to the area of contribution. So we want to ask ourselves a contribution question. Why do we, name of your company, want to contribute? Or why do we want to contribute? It's the 7 Whys, it's not the 7 Hows. We'll talk about how a lot this month. So why do we want to contribute? I'm going to share one person's example for sure, and maybe 2. Let's start with Priya. Priya is an entrepreneur, and she's funding clean water projects. Well, I'm just going to read it right off because I got it from her. Why are you focused on funding clean water projects? And she said, because I believe access to clean water is a basic human right. Why number 2? Why is that right important to you? And her answer is because I grew up in a place where clean water was not guaranteed. Why number 3, we take the answer to the previous question and that becomes our why question for the next why. So why do you want to change that for others? And she says, because no child should get sick or miss school because of something so basic. Number 4, why does that concern you so deeply? And she said, because I saw friends and family suffer needlessly. Number 5, why? Why did that leave such a strong impression on you? Because it made me realize how uneven life's starting points can be. Why number 6, why does creating equity matter to you? Because opportunity should not be dictated by geography. Number 7, why do you believe you can influence that change? Because I have the resources, platform, and will, and that's enough to start. Priya's giving stems from personal experience and a vision for equity. Her contribution is strategic and grounded in global justice, right? So that's her thing. Let me see. Let's do one more. Lisa, I should have a magnifying glass. Here we go. Lisa is a corporate executive volunteering on weekends. So her, why do you volunteer your weekends at youth center? And she says, because I want to help kids who come from different backgrounds. Well, why do you want to help kids that come from different backgrounds? And she says, because I know how hard life can be without guidance and support. Why does that matter to you? Because I went through something similar and I don't want them to feel alone. Number 4, why is it important that they don't feel alone? Because feeling alone almost made me give up on myself when I was younger. Why do you want to prevent that for others? Because everyone deserves to know they matter and that they have potential. Number 6, why is it your responsibility to show them that? Because I've been given a second chance in life and I want to pay it forward. And then finally, number 7, why is paying it forward important to you? Because it brings healing to both my past and my future. So for Lisa, it's about taking, and a lot like for our veteran we talked about in the Be a Better You annual challenge, it's for taking a negative experience that you had and making it better for other people in a similar situation that you were in to heal your past as well as helping their future. So that's a pretty powerful why. All right. So today, what are we doing? We are asking our organization, why do we want to contribute? If we're contributing already, this is pretty easy, fly through the whys. If we're not, it's a good reason to tap into the key benefit that will motivate us and drive us to use this as a competitive advantage for our business. All right. Have an awesome day. Any questions, ask. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow.